Hi guys and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this review of Passengers. So I know that I'm late with this review, but I didn't even plan to see this movie in the first place, but since I did, here I am. So what do I think about it? Well, first part of this review is going to be non-spoiler part and second part is going to be a bit spoilery. So the first part, I did enjoy this movie. I don't need to tell you what this movie is about, you probably saw the trailers. And even if you haven't, everything about this movie is spoilery. So I can barely say anything without spoiling it. But basically what I'm going to say is that this movie revolves around two things. One is a big moral dilemma, a choice. And the second thing is what the heck is happening to the ship. So that's just about it. I mean, this movie is very simple in that regard, but it poses a very big question because of the moral dilemma. As I said, overall I did enjoy the movie. It wasn't, something very special. It was not even worthy to see on the big screen. I mean, some things were very cool to see on a very big screen, yeah, but those moments are very few and far between. Frankly, I didn't care that much. I mean, this is not something like a groundbreaking movie. This is not a mystery even. This is not like Alien vs Predator. This is not anything like that, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying that there's not so much about this movie. Okay, so I would say that Passengers, it's a good movie to see maybe Saturday evening, Sunday evening, something like that. It's a nice movie overall, but it's nothing super special, so you can say that it's like a movie worthy of casual viewing. So from the scale of 1 to 10, I will give Passengers a 6 out of 10 as a movie. And now let's go to the spoiler section. So basically, if you've seen the movie, you know what Chris Pratt's character did. He went and he waked and hacked, so to speak, the pod that Jennifer Lawrence was in, because he really liked her. He got to know her through some videos and stuff, and he couldn't take it. He was alone for a whole year, and what he did was really wrong, and the movie did dealt with that. I mean, I heard that some critics say that the movie never touched up on that, but since she found out about what he did, the whole movie was about how she is going crazy. She even physically assaulted him. She was really disappointed because she was really in love at this point, and he was too, and he was a very good man. It's not like he's a bad man or anything like that. He just did something desperate because it was desperate times, and the movie did dealt with that. They didn't excuse what he did, but they both had to deal with the circumstances as best as possible, and they did. It was going to be better if he walking up to someone that really knows their stuff and maybe was able to help him, but maybe there was no such person. I don't know. From all the passengers on the ship, he did try so much to wake up the crew, and that didn't happen. So eventually, of course, we found out what's the problem. They fixed the problem and they live happily ever after in the ship. So from one hand, it's interesting that they both were so in love that they decided to live this life together and not separately, and the whole crew inherits, so to speak, what they did on the ship. The whole situation really sucks for both of them, and especially for Chris Pratt's character at the beginning. And I mean, he had to destroy her hopes and dreams, but in turn he kind of gave her other hopes and dreams. I mean, the fact that they both found the love of their lives in each other, that was, it's extremely romantic, but the reason for that is very bad reason. So this movie can really make you think and go in circles about what's right and what's not. And of course, it's not right again what he did in any way, shape or form, but what came of that was something unique that probably only they as a couple will ever experience. If that were a real situation, they will both get crazy, only with two of them. So it's not like one person is going to be perfectly enough. Through that, maybe they lived 60 years more, who knows. So it's going to be very Although Chris Pratt, I mean, I don't know how it's supposed to be in the movie, but he is like a lot older than her. But anyways, so overall, guys, it was interesting premise. It was not a bad movie. I mean, 6 out of 10 is not a bad movie. I can't quite give it a 7. And it was thrilling at the end. I mean, how they saved the ship, how they did everything. It did keep me guessing what the hell is going on, what will happen. I mean, I thought that he was going to die, but he didn't. Okay, so the bottom line is, it was interesting enough for me. There was some controversy that this was like rape, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how can this be like rape? He had the most purest of feelings towards her. Of course, some of those feelings were 100% sexual because he obviously was attractive to her, and who wouldn't be, but that's not rape. Their relationship developed because they really liked each other before, she found out that he woke her up on purpose. They had very awesome chemistry and everything, and they both really liked each other, and that was the cause of them falling in love. So it's not against her will. I mean, she was walking up against her will, but she didn't know that. And then, I mean, their relationship, when it comes to their relationship, it cannot be rape because he didn't force her to sleep with him or something like that. She really loved him. Again, that's not the excuse for what he did, but I mean, their love was totally genuine. So you can't say that it's rape. That's just ridiculous. It's just very bad that he took her life that she could have had. But other than that, their relationship was perfectly genuine and true. In some kind of a weird way, it was meant to be. It's like being alone on an island with no hope of getting out, but make the best of it. That's one of the things that this movie is trying to say, basically. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of Passengers, if you've seen it. Actually, if you got to this far, you've seen it, so because this is a spoiler review. Plan to do some more other things. I have new fitness equipment, so I'm going to film that. I'm going to show you how is now my new setup. And soon, hopefully, I'm going to make those fitness videos because I'm not in the total divas kind of a shape, but I'm, at least a bit close now to that. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time with KDG Reviews.